everyone and welcome to May's TBR Assemble. TBR Assemble is my Avengers based TBR game. I will leave a link up above to the original video where I do the full explanation, but it's pretty self-explanatory, so let's just get right into the roles. So today, because it is Thunderbolts month, we are going to be using 3 different counters, and today we're going to be starting with Bucky because obviously he's my fave. We're going to be starting on the 50, which is where we were last time, and let's go with roll number 1, which is a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is starting strong with the Power Stone, which is fantasy. So let's see what I'm going to get. We're doing this little clump here, I think. This one, She-Hulk for a vlog project. That could not be more perfect if it tried. Roll number 1 picked She-Hulk, which is to read a book to do with a vlog project, and I actually have a vlog project planned this month, and that is to read all of the books I own that are kind of funny and about morally greater villainous characters. And for that I'm going to be reading How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying, which is about a girl who is the hero who's tried to destroy the Dark Lord over and over and over again, but keeps on being trapped in a time loop, and so she decides to join him. I've also got Dreadful, which is about a guy who wakes up in a villain's lair with no memory of who he is, but it turns out he is actually the bad guy. And then I also have John Scalzi's Starter Villain, and this is all about a guy who inherits his uncle's villain business and what he decides to do with it. I'm going to be doing a full reading vlog for this, so this is an absolutely perfect time to pull this card, and I cannot wait to get started. I am in such a morally greater villainous mood, and I feel like all of these books are really going to hit the spot for that. Roll number 2 with Bucky is a 6, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is another fantasy. So let's see what I'm going to get this time. I'm going to go over here this time, and I'm going to go for this one. Groot, a middle grade. Next up was Groot, which is to read a middle grade, so I'm going for The Flicker. This is by H.E. Edgman, and I'm just going to read you the top of it because I like to go into these books without much knowledge. And it says, how do you put down roots in a world where nothing grows? And I think this is spooky, if I remember rightly. I've got a feeling it's spooky. Either way, very, very excited to read this one. It's a new one that I got for my birthday, and thank you very much, Abby, for gifting me this book. I am so excited to read it, and now is going to be the time to do it, and I cannot wait. Swapping out Bucky for Yelena now, and we go on to roll number 3, which is a 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That is comics again. Perfect, because I need a lot of comics. And I'm going to go this little clump here. Stephen Grant, a nerdy character. Next up was Stephen Grant, which is to read a comic with a nerdy character in it, and actually this was shockingly difficult to find. I thought I had a lot more nerdy characters in my comic books, but it turns out I don't, so I'm going to have to try and find some more of those. But my current plan is that I'm either going to find a nerdy character within my Thunderbolts comics, or I am going to be reading a Doctor Who one, because let's be honest, the Doctor is a very nerdy character, and what better time to read the Doctor Who comics I've had sat on my Kindle for ages now than when Doctor Who is currently airing. Roll number 4 is a 2, so 1, 2. That is the Own Voices section for the Mind Stone. Let's see if we can get a good fan going. There we go. Gonna go this one here. Matt Murdock, a deceptive cover. Going to be having a look through my shelves for that one. Matt Murdock, which is to read an Own Voices book with a deceptive cover, so I'm going for Shauna Maguire's Overgrowth. And I know it's not really the most deceptive cover in the world, but I am counting it because I didn't really have anything else, and I really wanted to read this book because it's coming out this month. I cannot tell you what it's about, to be honest, because I just saw Shauna Maguire's releasing a new book and pre-ordered it. I didn't even read the synopsis. I think it's something to do with aliens, but that's all I really know, and that's all I really want to know. I just know that I'm really excited to read this one. I love Shauna Maguire's work, so I'm really excited to see what she's going to do this time. Then swapping Yelena out for Red Guardian, we go on to the 5th roll, which gives us a 4, so that is going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. More comics. Again, exactly what I need. I'm going to go this one, Xialing, a female author. Next up was Xialing, which is to read a female authored comic, so I'm going for Devin Grayson's Widowmakers, and I am so excited about this one because this is a team up between Yelena and Alexei, and I am so excited for this. I love their two characters. I cannot wait to see them working together in the comics and then compare it to the film Thunderbolts, and I'm just really excited to read this one. I've been saving it for this movie, and now is finally the time to read it, so I cannot wait to get started. And then my final roll is a 2, so 1, 2, fanfiction, perfect. And then as for everything else I want to read this month, first up we have Cascade Failure. This is by L.M. Sargas, and it says, welcome to Team Ambit, mind the gap and try not to die. And this one feels like a gang of misfits teaming up together, which is kind of what the Thunderbolts are in a way, and I feel like it's going to kind of fit that kind of vibe as well, and that's the kind of vibe I want for this month, so I decided to put this on this list. Also because it's one of my Waypoint Books Full Moon subscription box books that I haven't read yet, and it's about time I caught up with it, so definitely want to be trying to read this month. Then speaking of Thunderbolts, I have all of these comics as well. Some of these will have been read in April in the lead up to the movie, but some of these I want to be reading afterwards as well. I just don't know which ones I'm going to have read, which ones I will still need to read, so I'm just putting them all here so I kind of have a visual reference of which comics are going to be read for Thunderbolts. And then as for my audiobook for the month, it is going to be Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson, because I've been meaning to read this book for literal years now and I haven't done it for no apparent reason. It's about time I did. I've heard amazing things about it, so I'm finally going to be giving this one a go. And that is my stack for May, and this feels like a reasonably good stack. Obviously I've got things like Overgrowth to go on top along with all of the comics, but it works out at about 128 pages a day if I remember rightly, which feels reasonably doable for me, and it's a nice kind of mix of things because I've obviously got the villainous stuff here, I've also got some sci-fi, I've also got some spooky stuff with the Flicker, and then also Overgrowth. I've got like villains here, I've also got like found family and a little bit of chaos. I've obviously got things like the Winter Soldier stuff, and also like Widowmakers and things like this, which gives me the superhero element. I've got Doctor Who as well when I need some Doctor Who in my life, so it feels like a really nice kind of mix of things that I'm going to really enjoy, so really excited to get started. And that is the end of my May TBR, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below, tell me which book I should start with. If you've read any of these, I'd love to know, or if you don't have that much time, leave me, I'm going to say, a devil emoji down below to let me know that you were here. I'll also leave a link as well down below to all my social media if you want to check it out, including to the Comic Book Sanctum, which is my website dedicated to Marvel Comics, which is filled with all things Thunderbolts right now if you want to get to know the comic book characters before you see the movie, or if you just want to see any more of my videos and see that villain vlog, please click subscribe here, and over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time everyone, bye!